Hello and welcome to yet another Grumpy's Rehab facility video. I slept for 3.5 hours and I slept like shit. And I feel like shit because I'm like sick for the past fucking month or so. And is there a better day to like completely ruin your YouTube career with a topic that nobody wants to talk about? Like my girlfriend told me not to talk about this, but yeah, fuck it, let's talk about this. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the rainbow skins in Star Citizen because the community asked for it, and I have an opinion, and you may like it or you may not, but whatever it is, keep the comments respectful, and also don't be a prick, don't be a bigot, and don't be racist and like sexualist. I don't know what the word is, but anyway, let's roll the intro and let's ruin my career.
Hello, my name is Grumpy.
Alright, so first and foremost, while I still have the energy, because this video is gonna completely waste my, the little energy that I have stored right now, if you're new to the channel and you don't know me, these are not the videos that I'm really like, that I like making, and yeah, but also if you don't know me, you might not know that I'm not a racist, I'm not a bigot, I'm not like, I have nothing against the LGBTQ plus community, and even though the topic is gonna, like, the topic of this video is gonna be that, or Star Citizen and that community, I have nothing against them. And one more thing that you need to know, and I'm gonna put this into perspective, is that I was the leader, or one of the leaders, of one of the biggest protests that Serbia, or my homeland where I live, has seen in the past 30 or maybe even more years.
Thousands of protesters marched in Belgrade this past weekend, the 9th straight week of the biggest anti-government demonstration since the fall of Slobodan Milosevic.
On Saturday, tens of thousands of people marched in cities across Serbia for the 9th straight week.
They chant, "Vučić, you stole the election," and "End the dictatorship."
Anti-government protesters in their thousands took to the streets of Belgrade on Saturday night for the 10th weekly demonstration of its kind.
Protesters have broken into the state television building in the capital, Belgrade.
Thousands of protesters surrounded the residence of Serbia's President Aleksandar Vučić on Sunday.
We gathered here to show support for our friend who was wrongfully convicted and imprisoned for 30 days just for partaking in a protest.
The government has accused opposition politicians, George Soros.
The anti-government demonstrations began in December after a group of men beat an opposition politician with metal bars.
Pa znate kako, ja kada sam ušao u proteste, ja sam bio samoubica, narkoman i ne znam šta je još sve. Jelena je bila šiptarski terorista i tako dalje.
I mean, to be you guys are out here with your faces, your names. Are you not afraid? I mean, are you worried that there might be consequences for either you or your family? Yeah. You are. But you're still out here.
Alright, so I need to explain why am I talking about the protests right now. So the protests have happened, and this all has to do with Star Citizen. Believe me, I just have like a roundabout way where I'm gonna like tell you what I think, because I have an example to just fucking listen. So the protests themselves started because there was like a beatdown of a politician. He's like a smallish opposition leader, if you want to call him leader. And before that, one of the opposition leaders was shot and killed. And a bunch of news reporters and journalists, I just can't pronounce that word. I like spent 10 minutes trying to pronounce it. But those reporters were either shot and killed, or their houses were like burned down, and that like sparked the protests. And yeah, we are currently living under an authoritarian regime, and yeah, it's not sweet. But those protests, and I was a leader of two different protests, like 2017 and the ones that happened in 2018 and then poured into 2019. It doesn't matter like the names of them and all of that, but the point is they were massive because we did not allow any banners of any like opposition leaders or opposition parties or anyone, like no banners, no crosses, because you gotta respect the Muslims. So it's not just like a Christian protest, even though like this country is predominantly Orthodox Christian, but like we have Roma people, etc., etc., etc. So we didn't allow any like we were there as people, as one, because we are all people, and we're trying to like get away from our differences so we don't basically beat each other up, because you will have like left-wing guys and right-wing guys. This is my left, this is my left, this is my right, but you get it. And it was working. At one point we had like 65,000 people, and that's an estimate from the police, and the police was not on our side. We had like 65,000 people on the streets of Belgrade, and then we had like 55 towns and cities inside Serbia that were also protesting with like 100 to like, I don't know, 5 to like 8,000 people. So basically we had maybe like 100,000 people on their feet protesting the same day. And it was all working, and it was all great. And then the opposition leaders wanted to like have their banners, but we didn't allow them, and there was like we were really like yelling at them, and then we like told them, okay, so you can walk in the front, so you, like the people can see your faces, but do not wear like any party like signs or insignia or whatever. Like, please do not do that. And they were respectful, and they didn't do that. But the next protest, we had the LGBTQ plus community that asked us if they can like carry like flags, or they're like rainbow flags, and I was like, please don't, because we're trying to evade any conflicts, and we're trying to make these protests even more massive. And you know that like most of the Serbia is like right-wing, and most of the politicians there were right-wing, and you know that like they're not really going to like you. Like some people, we cannot guarantee your safety. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be a drunk guy, or if there's gonna be like a guy that the government sends there to instigate or to just like make a scene and fight you for no fucking reason. So please don't do that. And they did that, and they carried their flag, and we saw that, and we told the politicians to like surround them and try to protect them, and they did. But in the end, later on, they said that they were attacked, that they were yelled at, that some of them were punched in the face, etc., etc. It doesn't matter, but I mean, it matters, but also it didn't happen because later on we found out that LGBTQ plus community is not the one that was like making the pride parades for years and years. That was like a new one that was like made by the government, the authoritarian regime that we're under, just to like provoke us and make a scene. And yeah, so currently we have 2 pride parades. So after that, everybody wanted to like carry their crosses, carry their flags, and everybody did that. And after that, there was a huge dip in the like numbers of like people that we had on the protests, and that's normal. That's gonna happen because we had fucking Marxists on one side, and on the other side we had like borderline neo-Nazi guys. And yes, I do not want to like work with neo-Nazi or the Marxists, right? But also they're people, and we're there because of a common cause, because we are not happy with how this country is led. We're not happy with the amount of money in our wallets. We're not happy about a bunch of shit that is happening in our country. The fucking killings, the media that's controlled by the government, etc., etc., etc. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so one thing led to another, and it sparked like like people were fighting there because we had Marxists and fucking alt-right in the same spot, and of course there's gonna be some yelling at each other and some fists thrown. So that was not good for the protests, and in the end the protests died off predominantly because of the opposition leaders that were like all carrying their flags and all that shit. So once the people saw that the opposition was carrying their flags and their banners and all that and promoting themselves, and they don't really like the opposition because that opposition was the government, like before these guys came to power. So yeah, people just didn't want to come anymore, and that's normal. And I knew that was going to happen, and that happened. But like, you see how one thing led to another. But also, before you say that I'm a fucking bigot or like sexist or whatever, like, listen, that LGBTQ plus community is like in support of our prime minister, which is like openly lesbian. Great, I'm glad for her. But that prime minister has a baby with her wife, so she has a wife and a son. I think it's a son. But the rest of the community, the LGBT community, Q plus community in Serbia, cannot have a baby and cannot marry each other. And she is in support of that law, while that LGBTQ plus community is supporting her. So go figure. If I'm the fucking sexist here or like a bigot or whatever, I mean, sure. Like if you wanna call me out for that, I mean, go ahead. I don't fucking care what you think about me. But the thing is, and here we're coming to the main topic of like what happened on Spectrum and all that. The LGBTQ plus community asked for like rainbow skins, and a bunch of people had problems with that, and a bunch of topics got closed, a bunch of people got banned from Spectrum and all. Like, yeah, of course, whenever somebody's fucking an idiot and a fucking right-wing asshole and all of that, or a left-wing asshole, it doesn't matter. But like, if you're a far right or left on the spectrum, fuck off, like shut up and like ban them, and that's fine. Like, if you are being disrespectful towards other people, fucking get banned for life, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that was like a good thing from CAG, and they had a statement where they said that like all the bigotry and all that is going to be like a bannable offense from now on. I mean, it was always like that, but this was just like a warning for people that were just like raging and making fucking topics and threads on Spectrum about that shit. So yeah, CEG did like a good thing with that, and I have nothing against that. But I don't have anything against rainbow skins in Star Citizen. Like, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. If you love a guy and you're a man, if you like a girl and you're a girl, if you like whatever, like, I don't care. Like, why is that my issue? Why is that my problem? If you want to fly a rainbow buccaneer or whatever, sure, like, do it. Great. But also, here's the thing, and like, let's get back to the protests. Like, you can say that like some people are gonna be bigots, some people are gonna be assholes, some people are just gay openly, and some like whatever. And there's gonna be we're gonna have differences, right? But also the main thing is that like we still have no game. And we still have no hex codes.
So you could, for example, go off and go, oh, you know what, I want a NASA themed kind of skin, or I want, you know, a District 9 themed skin, or I want a pink Hello Kitty themed skin. And then essentially, you know, we as artists create, well, basically they're material files. They're tiny in memory. They're so small that we can have like hundreds of them if we want to, because they're all calling the same textures. That's what's done under the hood. Okay. Further forward, we want these kind of paint configurations to become hex codes. So if you're in like a guild of 20 players, and the clan leader said, all right, this is our paint scheme, there's going to be no like guessing work. Like, you get the hex code, you put it in there, and it automatically will say, oh, you know what, we've got matte black against yellow against pink, something crazy, and at every ship in your fleet, you can put that hex code on and it will automatically go into that color configuration.
And CAG has promised hex codes a while back, and they're still not in the game. And those hex codes could solve your issue, but they're not in, and we don't even know if they're ever gonna be in, even though CAG like keeps on saying like whenever they get asked and they like whenever they have to answer, they say that yeah, we're gonna do it, but like when, guys? Because you see, some people want their rainbow skins, and some people are gonna want their like I don't know, fucking MAGA skins. I don't fucking know. I'm not supporting that, but like, you know how people are, right? Some people are gonna like, okay, they're gonna censor the MAGA skins. Sure, great, but then you're gonna have people that are gonna I don't know, fucking ask for decals with like Me Too, hashtag Me Too. Then you're gonna have people that are gonna ask for like BMM and all that, and like I'm in support of that. Sure, it's fucking stupid that I have to say this, but do you see the issue? Then like the devs are gonna have to like, okay, this community needs this community needs this, but like just give us the fucking hex codes and we're gonna paint our ships fucking rainbow skins and we're gonna paint our ships whatever. Don't sell us paints, just give us the hex codes. Like rework whatever ships that you need to rework, CAG, so you can bring them up to the system where we can use the hex codes, and then give it to us so we don't buy paints, so we don't go and buy the rainbow paint off the store, but we fucking make it like that. And also, I know that like this is gonna spark the conversation and like that people are gonna be angry at me for some reason. And listen, one more thing. This is like for the community. If your politics or your sexuality or your Christianity or like whatever religion you believe in, if that is the only thing that defines you, like if you are that, we are not gonna have a cool conversation, because as I've said, let's settle our differences, let's like set them aside and try to have a normal conversation. And yeah, like we are all here, like fuck the politics, fuck the fucking whatever, like we are all here because we want to escape all of that, right? So yeah, like I'm not against rainbow skins. Like I want more variety. I think that like I don't know, a saber with a rainbow skin is gonna be stupid. Just as the fucking, it's just gonna be ugly, right? I don't care about the statement behind it, right? But also I just think it's gonna be stupid and ugly, like the dragonfly that's like a Hello Kitty paints with like it's just like whatever, dude. But I'm just gonna see it, ignore it, and whatever. I'm just gonna go my way. But also, and I guess that this is like a message to CAG now, you cannot please the needs of all the people. You can please the needs of some of the people, but that's not going to be enough, because the other people are going to be outraged because of that, because like why did they get something and we didn't? Why are they entitled and we are not? And it's a really dumb position that you're like trying to get in right now, because yes, I understand that you want to support your LGBTQ plus community, and that's fine, but also you can do that by like, I don't know, giving us the hex codes, or I don't know, just like the one thing that like comes to my mind is Red Dead Redemption 2, and you have like it's a Western. If you never played it, it's an amazing fucking game, and you're gonna have like, you had KKK there. They were burning people on the cross, and they were hanging people, and because it's an open world and it has some like sandboxy characteristics to it, you could have just killed those people and you would feel good. And they actually went that far to like do animations and them like begging you not to kill them. And yes, you are like a monster because you're killing a person, but also it's fucking personal, and you're gonna feel relieved after, like, when you see that, and when you kill them, you're gonna fucking feel relieved. So maybe do something like that, like a mission where, like, I don't know, you get to kill a bunch of homophobes or whatever. Like, I don't think that is that fucking hard to do, like, or just make like in the lore that, like, I don't know, the Ninetales are racist and homophobes. I don't know. So we feel nice when we kill them, like. Like, yeah, I'm just going into fucking Narnia now and like Imagine Land. But yeah, that's all that I have to say. Like, try to keep your differences aside, and like the Star Citizen community is a great community when it wants to be a great community, but also it's a fucking awful community when it wants to be awful. And like as I've said in a bunch of my videos, this is the only community that I know of where you can like have, like in an org, you can have a fucking 19-year-old, me, a 35-year-old, and a 65, 70-year-old playing together and having fun together. And I have had experiences in my old org where I had some people that, like, yeah, they weren't really on like my side of the political spectrum. And I didn't care about that because we were playing a game and we were having fun. We did have some discussions, but we were respectful, just as I like implore you to be in the comments, but I beg you to be fucking respectful in the comments. But yeah, like out of that, I have realized like some things and why are some people from the US against the gun control laws and all of that. Like I don't want to go into politics right now. It doesn't matter. Like it went too political already, like at the start. But from talking to them, I understood their point of view. And out of that healthy discussion that we have like found a compromise. We have found like a midline that like both of us can stand on, and we can understand each other, and we can say, yes, this is bad, yes, this needs to change, even though I'm like a left, a wing, whatever, and he's a right wing, whatever. We can understand each other because we can meet in the middle, and that's what this community needs right now. And yeah, like as far as I'm concerned, fucking give them the rainbow skins. I don't fucking care. Of course, why would I care? But also, you need to understand that that's gonna spark an outreach with some people, like not even the bigots and the homophobes or whatever. Some people, like maybe Serbs are gonna ask for like the Serbian flag, and then you're gonna have the French and the Russians. Well, it's basically the same fucking flag, but you get it. Like there's gonna be a Canadian flag, and then like etc. etc. And then like if you give like each people their own, then in the end you're still gonna like, I don't know, forget about fucking Philippines or whatever. So don't fucking do that. Just give us the hex codes. And I know that I'm talking about the country flags after talking about the LGBTQ plus flag, but yeah, like people are gonna be outraged because like, why are they getting that and we're not getting that? And they're gonna whine and all of that. So are you gonna like give them like their flags? And like, it's just stupid. Just give us the hex codes. Like honestly, just give us the hex codes and that's it. Also, maybe give us like decals, because yeah, we can use like, I don't know, maybe some of us are like cancer survivors and we want to have like a ribbon. You understand what I'm trying to say here? You can't really please all the people by like you going on and pleasing all the people. No, like you can make a tool for us, like a decal tool and hex codes, and then we're gonna please ourselves. What? But yeah, like going sexual. That's gonna be the title of the fucking video. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, like if we can customize our own ships like this, you would not have to like deal with the outrage. You would not have to like give them their flag and give the other guys their flag and this and this and this. If you gave us decals, which we will like upload as an org emblem basically, and just post it on the site and then use it in the game, or if you give us like the hex codes, as I've said, the fucking 17th fucking time now, yeah, like then we will all be pleased, right? So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, give them the paint. I don't care. I honestly don't care. But I think that it's a stupid idea, because then like CG is gonna have issues with other people wanting their flags and all of that. That's the point of the fucking video. So with that said, thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you to my patrons for supporting my channel. If you want to support my channel and me for being me, I guess, because like this video is just like weird. It's not not really Star Citizen, it's not really gameplay and all that, but like it's a bit different and I don't really like it, but I still had to say something. And yeah, if you want to support me, I forgot what I was talking about. If you want to support me, there's gonna be a link down in the description of the video and you can support me there. And yeah, like patrons, guys, like I keep on like saying this, like I have it memorized in my head, and this time I just went far away from that. But guys, like thank you. Like honestly, sincerely, thank you, and you mean a lot to me. Like the YouTube revenue is shit. Your like each guy with like $1, like 100 guys with $1, that's $100, right? So that's fucking amazing, and thank you. And if you want to become a supporter, there's gonna be a link down in the description of the video. With that said, thank you again for watching, and I completely lost track of time and space and words, and goodbye. No, don't forget to bring a towel when you're traveling to space. That's my catchphrase. Bye.